What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, or maybe you're new. Before I dive into this, make sure to like, subscribe, and after the video, feel free to comment whatever you want. I will always reply to them. Let's just dive straight into it. I'm ranking the current UFC champions. First, I'm going to start off with Alejandro Pantoja. The reason I used to have him actually higher on my list, but after that Steve Ercik fight, I thought he lost. I thought Steve Ercik got the damage points, and that made me realize that Pantoja is really not that good, and there are people who in that division who are better than him and have shown it. I also think he's had too many rematches, like with Moreno and Brandon Royval too, and I think he'll have to have one more big fight to be higher on my list. He used to be higher on my list. I used to like him a lot, but I think he's kind of fallen off. And I think he needs to be a little more active too. I don't think he's as active as people think, but I think this is a good spot for him. Next, we got the pound for pound number 8 on my list. I don't think Jon Jones really should even be a champion right now, but he has the belt, so technically he is a champion, and I have to count him in this list. My reasoning for having him so low on the list is because simply he's fought one time in the last 3 years against Ciryl Gane, who, let's be honest, that was a rigged fight. I don't care what people say, Ciryl Gane did not show any defense, and I just didn't see anything from Jon Jones there that I thought, oh wow, he should be number one, the best. I just don't think he's that. I just don't think he's that good. But if he goes out there and beats Stipe Miocic in a good way, I'll definitely have him higher up on the list. But I just don't think he's just not him right now. And but the reason I have him over Pantoja is because he's Jon Jones. You know what I mean? Even though he's only fought once in the last 3 years, you got to take into account that he is Jon Jones, one of the greatest of all time. No matter what you think, you got to admit it. Next, we're gonna go Balal Muhammad. Now, I probably would have him higher on my list because he has fought a lot of top five people in the last years, and top 10 people in the last years, and he's definitely deserved the title shot. But I just don't think his wins are that good. The Gilbert Burns win, I didn't think that was that good. Gilbert Burns kind of was fighting on short notice, and his arm was messed up. So Balal didn't even do that good in that fight. He dominated, but it wasn't a really championship type performance. But obviously in the Leon Edwards fight, that was a great fight by Balal. I thought that was one of the best fights we've seen. A lot of people thought it was boring. I think you're wrong if you think that was boring. But yeah, I need to see Balal have more dominant wins, and I think whoever his next opponent, either Shavkat or Jack Della Maddalena, or even Usman. I think if he beats them, then he'll definitely be higher on my list. But I just don't think he's proved himself that much. He has proved himself, but I don't think he's proved himself that much to be a champion right now. Dricus du Plessis, aka Africa. He's definitely I don't know. His fight with Sean Strickland was so close, and it could have gone either way. And I understand why they gave it to Dricus. But I just don't I don't think he could really be higher because of that Sean Strickland fight and how close it was. I thought the Izzy fight was great, and he showed a lot of skill in that, even though Dricus looks like he has no idea what he's doing. And I don't think he does, honestly, but he gets it done every time. Look at what he did against Darren Till. Look at what he did against Robert Whittaker. Look at what he did against Sean Strickland. Even though that was a close fight, you could say he won that. And look at it against Izzy. He choked out Izzy. No one has ever done that in history. So yeah, I think his place here is definitely good. The reason I have him above Balal is because I think his wins have just been way more dominant. So yeah, I think he's good where he's at, and he's defended his belt once too, which is good. Next, Sean O'Malley. I have him here because I think he's so underrated, and I think yeah, just look at that Marlon Chito Vera performance. That was amazing, just domination. That was like a 50-40 fight. It was so good, and even the Aljamain Sterling fight. I thought Aljamain Sterling was gonna destroy him, but that did not happen. Sean O'Malley displayed so much skill that we just don't see in really anyone right now. I think Sean O'Malley has probably he's probably top 3, top 2 in best striking in the UFC as a whole, you know? So yeah, I think there's not really much explaining there. Ilot Toria, I think he is that good. Ilot Toria is so good. I know he's really only beaten like 2 like credible people, but I don't care, man. He's just that good. I think in October, he's gonna chin Max Holloway. That's for another video, but yeah. You could argue that Sean O'Malley is above him, but I mean, if Sean O'Malley runs through Merab, if he knocks out Merab, I would definitely put him above Ilya Topuria. But we'll have to see with that fight. But yeah, I think Ilya Topuria is so good, and I don't think anyone's beating him for a while. Number 3, Alex Pereira. Obviously, double champ. Well, not holding the 2 belts at the same time, but he won the 185 belt, then came up to 205 and won that. His performances at 205 are pretty good. Jan Blachowicz, that was good. I would say some people thought Jan Blachowicz won that fight. I thought Alex won. I thought it was pretty clear too. And then Alex Pereira went on to fight Yuri Prochazka for the Undisputed Championship, knocked him out. And then he went on at UFC 300 to knock out Jamal Hill, who Jamal Hill did not lose his belt. He lost his belt to an injury. He did not lose his belt to anyone. He knocked out Jamal Hill in 1 round. And then he goes out there, saves the McGregor card, and knocks out Yuri Prochazka in 2 rounds. I think that's all very impressive. But the reason I don't have him say number 1 or number 2 is because the Yuri Prochazka fight, it was a rematch. And, like, Yuri Prochazka is not smart at all. Yuri Prochazka is, like, he's retarded a little bit, you know? And also Jamal Hill, they both don't know how to block a left hook, with a right hand. They both don't know how to keep their hands up. And but yeah, I just think he's not number 2 because I have Tom Aspinall at number 2. And the reason I have Tom Aspinall at number 2 is because he's been dominating for a couple years now, beating people in the top 10 and top 5. And I think he's going to be the best heavyweight of all time, I think, in the years to come. I think he is that good. He just defended an interim belt. Tom Aspinall is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. If you want to deny that, you're weird. Yeah, so he beat Curtis Blades defending the interim belt. He knocked out Sergey Pavlovich. He beat he beat Alexander Volkov via armbar. He's just been beating people really easily and finishing them in minutes. I think he's so skilled for his weight division, and I don't think anyone's going to be stopping him for years to come. And obviously, pound for pound, number 1 in the world, Islam Makhachev. Okay, sorry. I don't know why I said it like Islam Makhachev. I don't think I really have to explain myself. He's defended his lightweight championship 3 times already, which is tying the all-time most times a championship has been defended at lightweight. And also, I think his most impressive performance is easily the Charles Oliveira fight. People like to forget that Charles Oliveira ran through the 155 division, beating Dustin Poirier, Michael Chandler, Justin Gaethje, Tony Ferguson, all these great guys. And Islam Makhachev casually went in there and destroyed Charles Oliveira. It really wasn't even a close fight. He beat him on the feet and he beat him on the ground. So yeah, that's, I would say, his most impressive performance to win the belt like that. and then to go 5 rounds with Alexander Volkanovski and beat him in that too, and then to knock out Volkanovski in 1 round via leg kick, that was insane. And then Dustin Poirier, that fight was great. They're going back and forth, but Islam, he was winning most of the fight, and then he submits Dustin Poirier with a Darce choke in the 5th round. That was very impressive. A lot of people say Islam was losing that fight. I think you're dumb if you think he was. I think Islam's just a person who damages easily. I think if you touch his face, he'll bruise up. I just think that's how he is. Some people bruise easily, some people don't, and I think Islam bruises easily. That's why after his first Volkanovski fight, he looked so damaged, and even after the Poirier fight, he looked very damaged. I just think he gets damaged very easily. But yeah, I just thought that was so impressive in the 5th round after all the adversity to go out there and finish Dustin Poirier like that. I would say that's probably one of the best Poiriers we've even seen too. So yeah, these are my rankings. I think they're pretty good. If you have a problem with them, do something about it. So yeah, let me know what other rankings or just any video ideas I should do next. Yeah, let me know in the comments, and peace out.